Yo guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about Kevin Feige's latest interview where he talks about lots of Marvel stuff. And I think there was quite a lot of interesting things he said. I'm going to talk about some stuff that I thought were interesting or I want to discuss on. So let's go on. First up on Kevin Feige says Jake Sircona, who made Thunderbolts, is officially signed on to direct X-Men. If you don't know already or you've been living under a rock, after the Multiverse Saga, the Mutant Saga will start. Kevin Feige also told us that this X-Men movie will be very youth-oriented, focused, and a cast movie. Now, my question is, like, loads of people in the comment section I saw on Twitter were like, does that mean it's like X-Men Apocalypse, where we see young Cyclops, young Jean Grey, young Mr. Professor X, or whatever his name is, I can't remember, the guy who Patrick Stewart played it as well, the bald guy, I can't remember his name, Professor X, I think his name is. Will it be like that? Or is it talking about we're gonna see our Professor X, we're gonna see Wolverine, but it's gonna be more like we're gonna see like an academy, like X-Men, if you've seen, it was like a young academy and we had loads of young characters, X-Men characters, or the X-Men characters will know it's gonna be young versions of them. Who knows? Let's see. Or it will be like 30. They will be in the age of 30. Obviously, Patrick Stewart's character, who's a bit old, he will be old. And mostly will be young cast. And obviously for Wolverine as well. Depends who you take for Wolverine. The thing about Wolverine is it has to be a bit of a mature looking. Like Hugh Jackman was still like 30 in his age when he did it and looked great. So someone around that age I think they're going to take. I would love to see Henry Cavill as Wolverine, if they're gonna cast a new one. But let's see who they go for. And I'm excited. I think they're gonna smash it with the cast, uh, because they usually do. So I am excited for this movie. I'm excited for the Mutant Saga, but more than Mutant Saga, I am very excited for this Doomsday and Multiverse Saga. How it's gonna end. Next up, going on, Kevin Feige, when asked if a Young Avengers project is currently in development, he said potentially. Basically, maybe, maybe not. It could be anything. Do I want a Young Avengers? I won't mind it. Uh, it's gonna be most like Haley Stanford and stuff like that. But I think we're gonna see them in Doomsday and stuff. So maybe not. Maybe yeah. Let's see. I think you'll see if the reception is good. I think then maybe we'll see it. But let's see. Kevin Feige, when asked if Internals and Moon Knight will return in the MCU, he said, "I don't know that it's any of the specific ones you just named. But yes, this is part of the plan. Characters we've introduced post Endgame will pop up again in some of the upcoming movies and beyond. Upcoming, we know She-Hulk is gonna appear. Most likely, Miss Marvel is gonna appear. A few other characters are gonna appear. Obviously, Punisher is gonna appear in some movies. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Brand New Day. Sorry, not No Way Home. So some characters they have introduced will appear. Thunderbolts characters are gonna introduce will be in the Doomsday and stuff. But with Moon Knight or Eternals, I know some people didn't like Eternals, but I personally I liked Eternals. I don't think it was perfect or amazing, but I did enjoy it. Moon Knight, I loved it. It was a good show, and I would love to see him back. Obviously, most likely we might see him in the Mutant Saga, Midnight Suns, but I would love to see him in Secret Wars or something. It would be so nice to see him. But let's see what happens. We might see them, we might not. That's basically what he said. Next up, Kevin Feige on how the MCU will follow up on the multiverse saga's post-credit scenes. It's about finding what the right moment is. Some maybe we'll never see again. Some maybe we'll see soon. Some maybe like Tim Blake Nelson, 17 years in between. Who knows? So basically said you will see some and you won't see some. I'll just tell you right now. Eternals post-credit scene, most likely we're not going to see because we haven't heard. And I think the TV shows, some post-credit scenes, I think they're going to be relevant as well. Secret Invasion, I think the whole bloody series, I think is going to be relevant because obviously with Secret Wars they're just doing a soft reboot. The ones that will matter, I think even the Kang one. I think that maybe they will bring the Kang one just to show how Doom shows his power. But generally, I think the only two that matter right now is the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, the Marvel's post-credit scene where we see the Beast, and most likely the Fantastic Four post-credit. These are the only three I think will matter the most. Also, Kevin Feige teases that we'll see the Avengers visit the Fantastic Four universe in Avengers Doomsday. What he said is, We're shooting on all the same sets that were built for Fantastic Four, and it is very fun. I will say the now iconic Baxter building living room and kitchen, where we saw the four get to know each other in this movie. Let's say there are lots more people in the kitchen in Avengers, and it's fun to literally see people coming into each other's home, which is pretty awesome. I personally think maybe he's ruined it a bit. Like Kevin Feige spoiling his own movie that is coming up, because what people said, maybe this universe is gonna blow up, or but if they are visiting the universe, 110% the Earth is safe. 120% it's most likely gonna be incursions are happening. I think what Doomsday story is gonna be, it's gonna be around the incursions and how Doomsday's character is gonna go. I think they're gonna go with the similar plot to the comic books, how incursions are happening, that there's a time run out comic book. Maybe they go a bit with that, and obviously how Doomsday, how Doom is like maybe causing them or whatever, and then at the end we will know that, and it will be a nice one. I think if you read the comic books, you'll know how fascinating the Streak of Wars comic book is. I've read it, and that was my first comic book I read recently. I've just started recently reading them, and so good. Like when you I don't want to spoil it because Secret War's coming up, but damn, when Doctor Doom is introducing it, damn, he is frightening. And I know the famous Thanos one is so epic. There's so many stuff. I can't wait for Secret Wars and Doomsday, of course. And also, Kevin admits that post Endgame it was quantity over quality. Obviously, we fans have been shouting that this, we clearly can see the quality go down, because he said 100 hours of story in half the time. That's too much. I think he led people to say it used to be fun, but now do I have to know everything about all of these? I love that he's admitting it, because 110%, too many TV shows that we don't even need, that don't make sense. She-Hulk, Secret Invasion could be so good, but they were made so bad. You could see the quality was so bad. So hopefully, the next this saga, when they end it in a bang, and the new saga starts a new, fresh place. Also, he said the current MCU plan is 7 years long. I think it goes to 2032. This most likely will be the end of Multiverse Saga, which is going to be 2027. And then it's going to be about the Mutant Saga, which most likely he's just said will end in 2032, which will be fun to see. This doesn't mean Marvel's going to end. I think they'll never end Marvel, but I think it's more about the Mutant Saga and how much they're going to go. And most likely you'll see the big. I think the Mutant Saga will. If I think the big movie in the Mutant Saga will be X-Men v Avengers, it's a no-brainer. So let's see what else they do and stuff like that. Next up, Kevin Feige says Avengers Secret Wars is planned to reset singular timelines and reboot the MCU. Basically, in the comic books, the same thing happens. That's why it came out, because they wanted to just singular timelines and reboot the comics. And same thing they're doing with this, because obviously they know loads of shows happen, loads of mess, people are not happy, so they're gonna just give it a soft reboot and just introduce new characters, new stuff, and things like that. Kevin Feige also confirmed that Deadpool and Wolverine will return in future MCU projects, which obviously, and I think it will be the same actors most likely. I'd love to see Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool till his 90s and same with Hugh Jackman, but let's see what happens. But yeah, they will return, of course. It's no brainer. The Mutant Saga is coming out. Of course, they have to come. But yeah, Kevin Feige also said they're not allowed to bring Miles Morales. They said we've been told to stay away. Basically, Sony was like, "Hut, go away! Don't you dare come near him." And the reason they're doing that is because of the Spider Verse. Once that is released, then they'll be like, "Okay, we'll give you the rights, but $100 million." Uh, Also, Kevin Feige says that there have been four. This is the most funniest news out of all of them. Four versions of Blade, and they finally decided on taking a modern day. We didn't just want to put a leather outfit on him and have him start killing vampires. Is that not literally what he does in the comic books, if I'm not wrong? But jokes apart, bro, Blade movie got announced in 2019, bro. I was still doing my GCSEs. I didn't even pass my GCSEs yet. Now I have. And now I passed it. Now I'm in uni. Bloody hell. It's been that long. Marshall Ali is like, nah, 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 nah. Hopefully he likes this script now, or just get a new one, man, because it's been too long. Kevin Feige also indicated that iconic characters like Iron Man, Captain America will eventually be recast. They're now searching for a new James Bond. David Crawford is the new Superman. He was awesome. That will be the case. Also, he watched Superman. He said he enjoyed it a lot. It was a very good movie. It was very nice. Obviously, all the corporate stuff they say. I'm just gonna say one thing. There is a huge possibility in our future timeline. Maybe once DC starts up and running, as he said, by 2032, his plan is obviously with Marvel. He has full slate what he wants to do to 2032. Maybe after that, we might see the DCV Avengers. There have been comic books about that. That will be so mad if that happens. Imagine. The reason I'm saying there's a higher possibility now is because yes, WB owns DC, but James Gunn is like the guy who's making it, and he has good relations with Kevin Feige. Made 3 Guardians with him, and maybe obviously had some problems, but I think there's a possibility. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Uh, and obviously, the main news from this is that he will recast it. I know some people will hate it, like they hated the new Superman, like they're gonna hate the new James Bond for a while. With the same thing with the Harry Potter, it happens, nostalgia tax and stuff like that. But we have to move on. I think it's the best decision. You have to recast them. You can't just give it to characters which don't make sense. You need a new Steve Rogers. You need a new Tony Stark, and 110%. And if you're rebooting, doing a soft reboot, we need new people. The only thing I'll say is that when you get it, don't explain origins again. Like, I love how James Gunn did. Like, Superman was on a different story. You can do so many other stories. There's so many stories about Iron Man in comic books, so many stories about Captain America, Steve Rogers in the comic books. So it will be amazing to see them back and see their own group and something maybe first we see them fighting a lower criminal like they did in the first Avengers with Loki, something like that, like a big threat but not a lot big threat, and then we see them with the X-Men v Avengers, the big one, maybe something like that. Let's see what happens. Uh, oh yeah, also Kevin Feige reveals that they were already planning to shift from Kang to Doctor Doom. I had started talking to Robert about this idea before Ant-Man 3 even came out. Then people obviously on the said, then why did you put the thingy post-credit scene on the thing? Some people replied, which could be right, is maybe they had the plan that Doom would kill them all. If that is true, we have to see something like that. Maybe in the starting of Doomsday, we'll see that scene happen, and it will just set him up that how powerful he is. Also, Kevin Feige confirms that John Bernthal will return as the Punisher in Spider-Man Brand New Day. When Punisher is in the Spider-Man movie, it will be a different tonality. What does he mean? Because when he came in there, Justin Ball again, bro, was so bloody brutal. I can't wait for the special that's coming out. And if he comes to Spider-Man, I can't wait for this, man. If you watch the comic books, oh my god, I need to read more Daredevil and comic books, but I've heard that their partnership has been so lit. Like with Daredevil, maybe even Punisher. This will be cinema. I'm so excited. And yes, we've won. Marvel has won. Marvel beated the bloody greedy Sony, and this is gonna be a street level story. Kevin Feige has confirmed it's gonna be a street level story. Him being by himself, dedicated to saving the city and dealing with for the lack of better terms, street level crime as opposed to world ending events. I'm so bloody happy. Finally, we will see a street level crime. Obviously, if Punisher's there. Obviously, people were saying with Hulk and stuff, but still it could be a street level with a bit of multiverse, not multiverse, so a bit high. I think at the end you will see some them going. Obviously, they have to set up Doomsday and stuff, so that will happen. But I think near the end, and maybe in this thing we might see from Mephisto a little bit. That's why it turns into a street level because Mephisto might do something to Spider-Man. Let's see. Uh, Also, Kevin Feige says he has had talks with Ryan Reynolds about what's next for Deadpool in the MCU. I'm excited. Let's see. I can't lie. I'm literally been reading this. What is this comic book? Deadpool v Wolverine. 110% recommend it. It's so fun. There's so many stuff in it. Kevin Feige, please, if you can make some stories from this book, it will be amazing. The Wolverine Oranges is the part I'm at right now, but I would love to see the one where Deadpool and Hydra are do something. It's a mad one. You have to attend. Then Wolverine comes to kill the Hydra. It's so fun. Something like that. Maybe some little stories. If not this, Marvel kills the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Maybe in a battle world or something like that, they could do it, where Deadpool's mind just goes out of mind and does it. Please, I want to see something like madness with Deadpool. And yeah, but let's see what happens. There's endless opportunities with Deadpool. I'd love to see him team up with Spider Man. Imagine there comes a movie with Spider Man, Deadpool, Wolverine. Oh my god, or just Deadpool and Spider. Oh my god, it was endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. I would love to see what they do. But yeah, and I love Ryan Reynolds. Him as Deadpool is amazing. Kevin Feige also says that Spider-Man and Human Torch team up in the MCU is very possible. Obviously, he's they're gonna team up in Doomsday or Secret Wars most likely. Secret Wars most likely because Doomsday, I think we might see Spider-Man, but it's gonna be more like an extended cabin, maybe, or might not see him at all, and that might be explained in thingy. But I think because that is coming before, now they don't have to explain it because it's coming before Doomsday, and maybe Doomsday happens right after Spider-Man. So let's see. And he said that's one of the key relationships in the comics, and we've never been able to come close to it before. Now it's the realm of the possibility. Overall, what do you think about all of this news and stuff like that? Obviously, nearly to a 20-minute mark. What I think about, obviously, I tried to give opinion on each story I said. It looks like Marvel has learned their mistake from Kevin Feige's interviews and stuff he said, that they realized their mistakes, they know they went wrong, but they're trying to fix it now. I think Secret Wars is finally going to be the end of the whole, like, rubbish saga that happened, and there will be a soft reboot. We are going to see a new Tony Stark. We are going to see a new Steve Rogers, most likely a new Scarlett Johansson, the new Black Widow. I'd love to see still Yelena Belova as Black Widow. She is amazing, so you can carry her forward. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to get some characters and they're going to be like, okay, this guy is going to stay, Bucky's going to stay. I think Sam Wilson as Falcon was very good. And the problem with this whole thing has been what he said is the quality, it's the writing. It's not been the acting, it's not been the casting. Miss Marvel was amazing casting. It's been the story. The story has been so weak of these characters is been the main problem. If now they do well, there's been some like Loki, amazing. The guy people hated, now people love, and he's the savior. So I think they need to keep some directors. I think they need to keep the Loki directors, Thunderbolts directors making X-Men, which I'm so gassed about. And yeah, Joe Russo and Anthony Russo, let's see what they do. I think if they stay nice for the big movies like Avengers, it would be nice to see them direct them. But if not, you need to start moving on with these other directors who have done well as well. Shang-Chi director who's making Spider-Man, keep him on board as well. Keep these writers on board. Maybe get some fresh writers as well. The ones that work, keeping on, and the one didn't work, just sack them. And overall, that was all the news is. I am very excited. Fantastic Four is coming next week and I can't watch it. But don't worry, next month I'll watch it because that's when I'm religiously allowed. And then I will get a review and everything like that. And yeah, it will be fun. And all of you who are gonna watch Fantastic Four, I hope you enjoy it, you love it. And yeah, please don't spoil it for me or I'm gonna kill you. But thanks for it. It is gonna get spoiled, but who cares? Uh Anyways, see you in the next one, and please like, share, subscribe. Peace.